Iga! Big bad Iga! Another accomplishment for the young Polish lady. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. Iga Swiatek makes it into Wimbledon, fourth round for the first time ever. And while we're talking about accomplishments, let's talk about Iga Swiatek, the number one player in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Since the start of last season, 2022, no one on tour has more titles, 11. Since the start of last season, 2022, no one on tour has more Grand Slams won, 3. She won the French Open twice and the U.S. Open. Since the start of last season, 2022, no one has more wins on tour, 105. Since the start of last season, 2022, no one has more main tour bagels. 37 if you count the other cups. She's got 40 bagels, ladies and gentlemen. She takes out Petra Martic, and she was asked some pretty interesting questions in the post-match interview, and I was all ears.
Game that you think could be even better than it already is?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, like there's always something.
Well, she was asked in the post-match interview, what do you think in terms of your game can improve? And she said, well, there's a lot. We're always working on different shots. And I say this time and time again, she's only 22 years old. She's a young lady, right? And she just turned 22 less than a month ago. She has all of her 20s to improve. Look at the late bloomers on tour. Ons Jabeur, Jessica Pegula, Caroline Garcia. But I do think if you watch the previous video, I broke down Iga Swiatek's footwork, her speed, burst when it comes to vertically covering the net. I think she has amazing footwork, but I don't think she's the fastest player on tour. As she gets in her upper 20s, you will see her footwork start to decline. That's when I think the slams and the titles will slow down. Unlike, some of the other greats of all times like Serena Williams, Serena athletically was just gifted. Her speed, she was in her mid-30s, just still as fast as she was 20. I don't see that with Iga Swiatek because her footwork, it's a little different from her speed, right? She's not the fastest player on tour, and you can see that by when she has to cover the short balls. But her footwork and the way she uses her IQ and her ability to pivot and close out, that's something that's going to decline as she, gets older. Of course, as she gets older, she'll get heavier. She'll put on a bit more weight. But nonetheless, guys, Iga Swiatek, she's the best now, and she's going to be the best for a while. I don't see anyone on tour taking her out of this number one spot anytime soon. I don't think Rybakina is going to do it, and I don't think Sabalenka is going to do it. But the question is, will she win Wimbledon? That's a very good question. I don't know if she will. I did take her to make the quarterfinals. That was minus 140 as a future. But will she win Wimbledon? Comment below, guys. Who do you think's going to win it? Ons Jabeur looked pretty good today, Stay tuned for more tennis coverage. We'll be right back. Iga wins again. Another record.